What's up, everybody? Today we have Mike Ferruzzi and Nick Pedrick. They're members of Rap Academy and they've just finished their first rap. So, Mike and Nick are wholesalers. They wholesale creative financing deals and they've been a part of the community for a little while and they just got their first one to the finish line. This property is going to make them potentially $300,000 over 30 years. So it's a really awesome deal. We want to hear a little bit about their journey, how they see this deal adding to their goals, how their goals have evolved over time. Now that they've gotten the first one under the belt, they've gone through the process, they've gotten the experience and made a profitable deal. They have the wisdom and the knowledge so they can do this exit strategy over and over again, which is extremely important. More so than just the cash flow we get from the first deal, from the second deal, from the third deal. Once we do anything in life and we get it all the way to the finish line, we have that firsthand experience of going through each step of the process. We internalize that, we grow, and it becomes easier. This is why we stay super focused on doing lease options and seller finance deals, because we want to get to that first $10,000 to $15,000 per month of passive residual income. And the easiest and best way to do that is by being very focused, very niche down, and do one thing that is a blue ocean, do something that there's high demand for and low supply, and then just do it over and over again and capitalize on that opportunity. It's all about capitalizing on opportunity. It's about moving fast, taking the right action, being intelligent, surrounding yourself with wise counsel, and getting one to the finish line. And so I'm really excited for you guys to enjoy this call with Mike and Nick talking about their experience with our community and their first deals. Enjoy. You guys, one deal, 350,000 of potential gross profit, and you got the first one under the belt. Now you guys have the experience where you can continue doing this over and over again.
We have a lender that can give us a testimonial. We have a buyer that can give us a testimonial. I have a seller on the sub two that can give me a testimonial. And we as a team can say, look at this wrap that we have completed as an example to do more.
That's amazing. And what are your goals kind of moving forwards with this? Like, what do you want to see this type of portfolio grow into?
We had conversations about this recently. We want to try to hit 30 over the next year, 60 over 2 years. Our dream is to have 1,000 under our belt. Our goal would be to help 1,000 families over the next 5 to 10 years, if it's possible. So we're really going to double down our acquisitions and figure out how to generate more opportunity.
That's awesome. How's your experience been with Rap Academy working with us?
Great. We love having you guys in our pocket to review and help us make sure we're thinking about the right things and focusing on the right stuff. We've used you guys mostly analyzing deals and making sure that we're not making stupid, silly mistakes or overlooking little things. I believe we had a conversation about somebody who was interested. And your first comment was, why so steep? Why are they asking for such a low payment? And you put in our brains like questions that we need to be asking to make sure we're not just messing around with the wrong people. The underwriting is huge for us. Getting us on the right path to begin with was big because we had the misunderstanding that we could do this anywhere on any house, no matter what. And your first year of training was like, you really got to focus on areas like this. And that was huge for us, really helping us niche down and figure out where to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. So the focus, it helped you get into focus and understand what the location was, a buy box, and how to go about different steps of the process.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Mike, you have anything to add there?
We weren't niche at all. How you do things and how niche you do them was like viewing that proof of concept. Going deep in that market has benefits. That's a process. Finding the right contractor, finding the right boots on the ground, just all those things. Hey, you found a great one. 3 months later, he's not so great. So that constant struggle of that. So being niche, how important that is. It's hard to do that in 10 different markets if we were going to be broad. The underwriting sheet is great. The deal maker sheet that you guys use and have for the community is great. The community itself, just people piggybacking ideas and piggyback. This is what I'm doing in this market. See if it's transferable to yours. So overall, it's been a phenomenal experience.
Super supportive group of people there.
Did you guys have any reservations before joining?
Yes, I did. I always have reservations because I always feel like a part of me is like, do I need more education? Do I need more action? And I was able to come to terms with we don't know what we're doing. So we need the education to create the action, right? And a lot of our history in the creative wholesale space was let's go make mistakes and try to clean them up later. And that really didn't work well for us. Right, Mike?
When I say I didn't have reservations, Nick was signed up and he was telling me about it. And I was like, he has how many reps? His partner went to Thailand and he didn't hear from him for 3 months. I want to do that, you know?
Yeah, but my reservations were, is this the right, should we be putting the amount of money into this right now? Or do we have the knowledge at our fingertips? And honestly, it blew me away with how much we didn't understand and know. And we would probably be at a really steep learning curve at this point versus just going out there trying to find the opportunity, trying to learn every little niche and every little thing that you bring to the table is a huge benefit for us. Huge.
Nice. Where do you think you guys would be if you didn't join?
Wholesaling or struggling, probably testing every single exit strategy out there like everyone else does in these communities. You know what I'm saying? Morby method and pad split and trying to find our way to make money. What I think changed by looking into wraps and getting into your community is finding a purpose is beyond just making a couple quick bucks. And I think Mike and I can really get behind that versus let's go make a huge amount of money per month to go buy a 100-door multifamily unit and then be responsible and liable for the bills that come out because we don't know how to manage or do that.
I think we would still be trying to do what we want to do, but we wouldn't have that. We just wouldn't have the same direction. It would not be the same.
I feel like we would get frustrated not understanding or knowing, right? And we would probably have pivoted like 10 times since trying to start our first wrap. Having people in your corner can help remind you to stay the course, calm us down, and help us realize that things are normal. There's nothing out of place here. Like, for instance, Crenshaw, the one that we just did, we were bringing up, should we just rent this thing out? Are we past the point? People in the community and you were reminding us like, hey, this doesn't happen overnight. Stay the course, you'll find the right person versus us just, let's get out of this thing, get on to the next one like we've done in the past.
That was very helpful, just hearing that from you and the community. Just
stay the course, stay focused. I love it, man. I mean, the riches are in the niches. I think one thing that a lot of feedback I get from Rap Academy members is it's just that focus. It's where we gather the scattered and bring them together. Do this, do it once, do it 3 times, get that tool in your tool belt, and then you guys want to 30 in the next year. Like, okay, great. Now we can continue and do the same thing over and over again and just sharpen that skill set because you don't need to do 20 different exit strategies in real estate to build wealth. You can just do one over and over again, get to that first $10,000 to $15,000 a month of cash flow, and then you can decide what you want to do.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you focused on one market to build your portfolio, right? Before you started branching out.
Mm-hmm. Everything in Kansas City.
We see a ton of people doing cross-country stuff. I think that's really hard. And is a false idea on how to actually build a pretty solid business because there's no way that we would be able to have resources in every single major metropolitan across the country.
For sure. And you don't
possible. It's just harder. Like, why go through that when you don't need to?
There's very much a possibility to go deep in that wide and still have everything in one market.
For sure.
Cool. I'm really stoked for y'all's success and for you guys getting the first one under your belt. You've been great members of our community. And I think having a group of people together and sharing the information, you guys have been very open and forthcoming with helping other people out. So it's super appreciated. And I'm excited for you guys getting this first one and excited for you guys to continue growing this and scaling it and doing more deals.
Let's keep it moving.
Any final thoughts for people thinking about joining Rap Academy?
Yeah, it would be the best choice you can ever make if you're trying to focus and grow long-term wealth.
If you're looking to do wraps, there's 3 different type of mentors, right? There's a mentor that might have been the assistant to a high performer. They learned by just observing and now they're giving advice.
There's a theoretical mentor, someone that just read a bunch of books.
Or you learn from someone who's doing the thing. We joined the sub 2 community because I wanted to learn from somebody who buys sub 2s themselves, not talks about it. So your community, I'm learning from someone who has, 60 wraps now? It's like, I'm learning from someone who's doing the exact same thing I want to do. So you're getting firsthand advice from someone who has firsthand experience and knowledge. If you're looking to grow your wrap portfolio, this is an amazing spot.
And the community is just super positive, full of people that are ready and willing to help and chop things up with you and get things done. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Thank you.